I'm John Pertrie, and I'm ready for another John Pertrie review. But before we begin, oh my gosh, I just gotta thank everyone from the government because I got my first check. What are they called? Check for doing no job. I don't know what they're called really, but they are fun. I mean, I don't really feel like I deserve it, but you know, I mean, if they think I deserve it, it is. But anyhow, oh, and if Hannah's watching, I'm sorry to bother you. I don't know if your phone's broken. You haven't been returning my calls, but I just want to invite you for dinner. Okay, let's get on with the review. I like this. So this movie, oh my gosh, I gotta tell you. So I like to watch TV, right? But I like to watch TV with the TV on, so that way I can see the movies. I don't know if that was necessary to say, but it is. Okay, so I was like, I found this show, Plan 9 from Outer Space, from the greatest director ever, Ed Woodison. Okay, I'm just gonna look up his name. Ed Wood. Yeah. Woo. Okay. And then, so okay, so the movie begins, right? And I'm like, okay, so what's this movie? Like, it's all black sky. Maybe it will be like about the weather, right? So I'm thinking, oh, this is wonderful. It's like, okay, well, that is about the weather. So that is. And then it says Plan 9 from Outer Space. I'm like, what? What? No, it's not about the weather. That's a turnaround. That's called plot development, right? Yeah. So then we cut to this thing, right? And okay, they're getting this police report, and there's like footage of police cars going to the graveyard. It's like, so what's happening now? Huh? What? Okay, this is happening. And then we go to the police car, and they're going searching for that, and there's like these people, and there's this really great actor, and he's like, oh, this man's dead. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not a science or anything, but I kind of know how death works, and when death works, like my grandma died, and she still hasn't gotten up from the ground. So yeah, that's how death works. You don't get up. This is the eternal sleep. I want to have an eternal sleep right now. I'm tired. Yeah. Okay, so then it was like, right, so that's not going to happen, but then she was up. It's like, what? What? She obviously wasn't having eternal sleep, more like eternal awake. Right? And then it's like, and then the guy's like, you're supposed to be dead. And she's like, no, I'm not. But it's like, what? So the police officer comes and he's like, we can't have dead bodies walking around. It's like, yeah, why? Then it's not a graveyard. It's more like a grave live. Yeah, okay. And so then he comes in and he's like, excuse me, but I don't think you can be burying your dead bodies here. And it's like, of course you can. But he's talking, he's like, oh, I can't understand it. That's called acting, yo. That's called character development. That character, you can't understand that voice, and I believe I can't understand that voice. That's called acting. What? What? Talk about acting. Yeah, film acting, y'all. Okay, so then it's like, okay, and then he gets shot. And I was like, oh my God. I didn't want that to happen. That wasn't supposed to happen. And then I'm thinking, well, how's he going to come back? But then they're burying him. It's like, what? What? Talk about getting me crying. Tears are coming out of my eyes. And then it's like, and then, okay, so then we cut to a play. I'm like, these characters haven't been introduced. What? What? Talk about changing locations, right? And they have one of these really cool planes where they have a wheel, but there's nothing attaching the wheel. It's just the cardboard stick. That's called plane flying. That's piloting, y'all. And then, okay, so the guy looks over the window, and there's like spaceships out there. It's like, what? What? Now there's spaceships in this movie? That's what I call something. Yeah. Check something off the list. Okay, and then it's like, well, what is it going to go from here? And then, sorry, sometimes when I'm talking, then I stop talking. It's called taking a breath of air. I learned how to do it yesterday. It's quite fun. So, then we're going, okay, so then he's like, the saucers, they're out there, and we can't defeat them. So I'm like, well, of course he's gonna call Main Central, right? But he can't because they'll fire him for seeing saucers because they'll think he's crazy. What? What? That's called character motivation, y'all. Cross out character motivation. That's what I call characters doing something because they have to. Plot. Character. Read it. Yeah. Okay, so then it's like, what are they going to do now? And it's like, oh, honey, I saw flying saucers. And she's like, what? What? You saw flying saucers? I think you're crazy, but no, because I guess you're my husband. And it's really funny because where they live, you never go inside, so they're like patio people. What? What? Talk about that. It reminds me of when I got evicted. I was a patio person. They were very nice, too, about it, except for the guy that kicked me out with a stick, but, you know, I would do the same. No, I wouldn't. That'd be mean. Anyhow, so it's like, okay, what? Those go back and forth. Yeah, so what's going to happen now? And it's like, oh my God, I got to go to the graveyard. It's like, and the guy's like, you know what would be worse? Is if we lived beside the graveyard. It's like, what? They live beside the graveyard, then the attacks happen? These characters are in the same movie. Tied together? What? So then we cut to like the aliens and they're like, hello, we're aliens. They're aliens, but they look like us. That's called science, y'all. People don't even know there are aliens, let alone they look like us. This movie did firsts. Yo, so they're like, so the guy looks at the script and is like, what? Fourth wall break? Even though it isn't. That's like genius, right? So then it's like, oh, plan 9 to take over the world with dead people. And it's like, what? That's called dead people taking over the world. And then they're like, well, we got this guy resurrected. And then he comes in and it's like, they're going to kill him. Well, you better stop them. But then she's like, her gun's jammed. It's like, what? What? That's called character. That's called conflict. That's called something going wrong and making plot go further. But then he gets it unjammed. So it's like, phew. Oh, that stressed me out. And then it's like, okay, so what are they going to do? And so they go to Earth, and the guy's like, hey, there's a dead body chasing my wife who's Bela Lugosi, but we can skip over that part. It's not important. Just some dead guy who's Bela Lugosi chasing after a person. Yeah, I don't know either, but that's what great filmmaking is, not knowing what the heck's going on. So then they're going, and he's like, well, excuse me, aliens, but you can't take over the world in your cardboard spaceship. And it's like, what? Now they're gonna stop them. And so they literally smash the spaceship and then escape, and then the aliens have the spaceship on fire. It's like, what? Oh no! And then it explodes, and I mean, those aliens are bad, but you know, they had good intentions about killing the people. So, I mean, they didn't. I mean, let's just all be nice. That's like real peace. You got it, kids. Right, okay. So then it's like, then they're like, give their closing speech. It's like, oh no, the aliens are gone. It's like, oh dear. And then it's the end. And like that closing speech of the aliens are gone, that's called mind expando. Mind expanding. So like, what? Yeah, I like what. It's a good word. And then it was like the end, and it was over. So it's like, what? Experience over, but man, was an experience. So I would rate this a 9 because it's called Plan 9. Yeah, that's a joke. Okay, but I'm gonna rate it a 30. 155 because this movie was like awesome. Thank you all for coming, and I'm gonna review another movie sometime. Thank you.
John, if you don't come right now and massage the wiener dog, then he's gonna bite at your ankles later.
Oh, I can't wait to massage that wiener dog. Well, I'm gonna turn you off later. Bye.